Hello, this is Julia Bushkova, and today I'm going to be speaking and showing double stops, how to play them cleanly and how to practice them so that they are clean. Double stops use just intonation. It's a different type of intonation from the single stop intonation, which is otherwise known as Pythagorean intonation. So we're today talking only about the double stops. Let's see. Here's D and B, first alone, single, and then together. They don't sound good because that's the single stop or Pythagorean intonation, and now we go to the double stop or just intonation. Right, so what do? We know what we have to do. We have to pull the one of the fingers, let's put it this way, down. If it is a major interval, it becomes slightly more narrow. If it is a minor interval, it becomes slightly larger. So here we have a major sixth, and that's what happens. We pull the second finger slightly down to match the D. Okay, so most people know that, and now if I would put, for instance, G here, and now I will have third, a major third. So that major third and that major sixth, they are of course the intervals of the G major in here. And this is what is the most interesting and useful technique for us to use when we clean them up. We need to listen to the overtone. Overtone, otherwise known as Tartini tone, and I think there are many other names, but I call them myself overtones. Those are the very low noises that occur when we play certain intervals, especially consonants. And you can hear these notes and you can identify simply by singing. And the only thing I can hope is that my microphone here will allow you to hear what I hear very loudly when I'm playing under my ear. So hear it again. And another one. Now I'm playing them exceptionally loudly right now, hoping that the microphone will pick it up. You don't need to play them that loudly when you look for them, when you find out that you actually hear them. But you do need to play them loudly enough because those mysterious overtones appear only in a pretty loud volume. Now, I will not be explaining right now how that is that they are born, why they happen, where they originate, and so forth. There, as a matter of fact, are several good sources to find, and one of them I found myself on YouTube, so you can find the Tartini Tones video. Excellent, watch it. You will be enlightened of how it happens in our ear that those overtones are produced. Our goal here is to use them to play in tune. So when I'm playing a major third, the tone, the low roaring noise that appears several octaves below is always of the bottom note, your lower note. For instance, we have here G and B. So it's at a G. What you hear is really this. That is roaring out there. So if you play a minor third, and I will change it to the minor third right now by going to the B flat. You hear a completely different note. It is a note that doesn't even belong on a fingerboard. Here it goes again. Precisely. That is an E flat. And that would be the note that is a fifth below of your upper tone, or a third below of your lower tone, of course. So, which in other words, the E flat only, again, a couple octaves below. When you're playing a sixth, a major sixth, the note that you're hearing roaring below is the fourth above your lower tone. So in other words, here in the D and B, it's a G. See, it's just very clearly there. If I go to the minor sixth, and if you were to sing it, you will sing the B flat. So, and it is a B flat, only lower. Now here what happens if you are doing them in succession. Do you hear how they move? The bottom voice moves from... That's what you need to listen to, actually. So the interesting thing is that if I not put my fingers exactly in the right places and I allow them to be just slightly off, listen to what happens with that overtone. Here again is a G overtone. Let's say I'm a little bit out of tune. Do you hear how it became really unpleasant? Like I call it fighting. It's very dirty sounding. And now it comes into focus again. So the overtone actually will move usually in the opposite direction of the finger that you're moving. If one of them is too sharp, the overtone will go down. If it's too flat, it will go up, right? So, and that happens on every double stop that is a consonant. So the way to practice that, the way I was learning to play very clean double stops when I was little, I was told just listen to the overtones. So what it meant that I had to first, each of my double stops had to be crystally clean in order to hear that very definite, correct overtone. Not the dirty one, not the fighting one, but one completely, I call it gel together. So, and then you start playing a scale, let's say in double stops, in thirds, let's say, and you realize you're not playing a scale. You stop listening to thirds. You listen to the overtones, how they change from your major third to next, maybe another major third, then minor third, major third again, and so on. So it becomes a very interesting line, and you follow that line in slow tempo, of course, with enough sound, loudly, and it clarifies your double stop intonation amazingly. So I hope this has been helpful, and you have enough patience to discover how overtones sound under your ear. And you will like this, you will subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, share with other people, and I will see you all later.